Yeah. Hello again. So continuing from where we left. Uh, Sorry for the disruption. So it got disrupted. The connection got disrupted. Yeah. So coming back again. Yeah. So whatever we see or perceive through the mind and the senses in Prakriti, or is all subject to change. Correct. Now, yeah, once we understand that the awareness or the consciousness which everyone possesses, yeah, is something which is running as an undercurrent to all our interactions, human interactions. You have to think over it and you know slightly pay attention or keep observing or watching your own self. Now, as I am speaking, you are listening, yeah, and there is a transfer of messages in the form of words. Words are nothing but sounds. So these sounds are generated through a vocal cord and they are received through your own hearing apparatus which you have inherent, not the external ear but the eardrum and the inherent system which is able to receive signals in the form of sound waves and transform them within your brain into electrochemical signals, and these electrochemical signals then uh, take a place in either your memory or it stimulates you towards certain response. Yeah. So that is the decision which the brain makes. So so what is that which is witnessing this particular event which is taking place? There is something in you and in me which is witnessing me speak and witnessing you hear. Pay attention. This is something which can change your life forever. So what is that which is witnessing you? Now can you tell me in the comment section whether you found what is witnessing you while you are doing some activity of hearing, of speaking, of writing, of reading. There is something in you which is witnessing you do that particular activity. Have you found it? Have you still found it or no? Pay attention. So once you find it, then you are the happiest person in the world, because that is your own awareness which is full, which is unbroken, which is continuous, whether you are wakeful, whether you are dreaming, whether you are in deep slumber. Even during deep sleep there is one part sorry, excuse me. Even during deep sleep, that particular witness of yours is not sleeping. It is still witnessing you in deep sleep. And that is the only reason why once you wake up, you are able to say that yes, I have slept. Otherwise, how will you be even able to say that I slept if there was no witness to it? This is very profound, and it might take, maybe you will be able to grasp it immediately, or maybe it could take a longer duration. So it all depends on how observant you are. So this particular witness of your own self is that which is unchanging and which will always live forever, and it is beyond death, it is beyond fear, it is beyond disease, it is beyond all the anxiety, it is beyond all the various actions and reactions of the worldly life, right? It is beyond devotion, It is beyond other emotions like love, anger, hatred, frustrations, irritations, everything. So it is beyond everything, and it is pure, pure awareness of just being, right? And it is never tainted by anything, whether it be a good action or a bad action, or anything which we in this world we perceive as uh, nothing praiseworthy, or we call it of being of the greatest or the highest one of sorts things. So irrespective of what, it is untainted, and it is always brilliant, effulgent, and it is always in the wakeful state, right? So just do a small exercise today. Today when you sleep, we have all experienced wakefulness, we have experienced dreams, but have we even experienced or witnessed our own deep sleep? Try it out. So today when you go to bed, just try to witness your own sleep. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything except just witness your own sleep. See what happens. Come back and tell me. Right? So that is Sanatana. And Sanatana Dharma means this, which is the unifying factor holding the entire creation. Entire creation means the entire creation. The gods, the demigods, the evil spirits, the ghosts, all good things and all bad things put together. So the entire creation, all the upper worlds, all the nether worlds, right? And all the other galaxies, all the other solar systems, all the lunar systems, the lunar mansions, everything which is part of this creation, which can be part of the creation in future, which have been part of this creation in the past, millions of years ago, millions of years later, and even now, past, present and future. This doesn't change. What doesn't change? The unifying factor, which is the awareness, doesn't change. Your consciousness doesn't change, right? And this is the source of all creation. So the source of all creation, being the Atman, being the Supreme Soul, which is unchanging, it is the eternal truth, which is also referred to as Sat. Sat, Chit, Ananda. So this Sat, or the pure essence of being without any disturbances of anything which is existing outside of this. So this is pure existence. This is the essence. And this essence is the source of all kinds of power. So what we really have to do with this? We have to just understand that everything is part and parcel of your own self, that great self. So what will you do? Will you fight with your own self? If suppose you yourself are standing in front of the mirror, and that reflected part of your own self is calling you, hey idiot, why have you done such a wrong thing? What will you do? Will you shout back? It is your own reflection, your own reflection. Will you shout back? Tell me. Or will you try to kill it for money? Or will you try to cheat it for something? Or will you try to hide anything? Or will anything at all be hidden, even if you make efforts? Because it is your own self, right? So try and understand this concept, that it is whatever you see is a reflection of your own higher self. Yeah? Not this physical appearance which you are, but the spiritual you, the spiritual soul which you are, which is nothing but burning flame of fire, In short, or in easy terms, it is sun. The sun which we see rising every day and setting every day, something like that. Yeah. So it is a burning eternal essence which is always there and which will always be there. It will never be wiped off, or it will never decay or decompose. So once you know this, it is your responsibility, or it generally or naturally happens that you no more feel like fighting or bothering anybody with anything other than just happiness. You just want to share your happiness or joy of that particular truth which binds everyone, right? So it doesn't mean that you will no more have any difference of opinion with everybody, but it is just that once you know that it is your own reflection offering you a different opinion than yours, you are less defensive, or you don't feel so offended as you used to feel earlier. So start viewing the entire world as a reflection of your own higher self, as a reflection of God, as a reflection of that particular superior soul. Then maybe you will come onto the path of Sanatana Dharma. So view everything as God, as a part of God. That is bhakti, that is devotion. Devotion means focusing your mind on one particular object. So that particular object should be your own higher self, and that higher self is called as, very vaguely in English, as God. But God is not the term which can really express that effulgence. So that is why in Sanskritam we refer it as Bhagavan. Yeah? Bhagavan means the one who has Bhaga. The holder of Bhaga is Bhagavan. Yeah? The holder of Shakti is Shaktivan, Shaktiman. The holder of something else, Dhanvan, wealth, is Dhanvan. So similarly, we have Bhagavan, the one who has Bhaga. And Bhaga is, again, Bha is creation and Ga is the energy to execute, right? So the one who has the energy to execute creation, sustain it, and again annihilate, protect, preserve, destroy, hide it so that we are not able to see it or have any direct perception. So hide it and then reveal it. So all these qualities or powers which we don't see generally in this particular world are something that belong to only that particular supreme soul exclusively, and that is why we call that particular supreme soul as Bhagavan, the one who has Bhaga. So another way to understand Bhaga are the 6 great attributes, which maybe I will discuss in one of the upcoming videos. So thank you for being patient, and hope this is interesting to you. And let me know in the comment section about whether you're really able to spot the one within yourself which is witnessing yourself. Namaste, have a great time, and connect to me again soon.